The disabled tyrant's beloved pet fish. Transmigration. Chapter 49. Ever since Liu was famously labeled as a koi by the Honorable Master Liao Kong in front of the Emperor, he could no longer be just a regular food ingredient carp. The reward of the already completed Become a Koi side quest continuously beckoned its hands at him. Liu stubbornly endured the enticement. Although he had been raised nominally into the same clan as koi, he still couldn't make a grand transformation right under the Emperor and Liao Kong's eyes. After returning back to the Jing estate for several days, Jing Wang's injury completely recovered. Liu figured there was no one watching right now and finally picked a fine and sunny day to secretly enter the system to get the reward. He had already learned from the system before that the reward this time would change his outer appearance again. Liu examined the reward with full anticipation. He discovered that the main reward was split into two parts. One was picking the color of his fish scale again. The choices were still gold, red, green, silver and purple. The other part of the reward was a so-called koi's good fortune. The shitty system was extremely stingy and wouldn't bestow him good fortune on all aspects. It only allowed him to increase his luck in 3 randomly selected aspects. Nevertheless, it's better than nothing. Liu was extremely good at comforting himself by now. Thinking about how he can increase his luck on 3 different aspects, it's better than not increasing anything at all, right? Even if it was random and he couldn't pick the options himself. Anyways, Liu first went to pick the color of his scales. Because he picked gold previously and gold scales ended up growing on top of his black base, Liu thought that this time, some other color would also grow on top of his base color. He already thought about the 3 color combinations for a long time. This time, he picked silver. He wanted to be a dazzling cool koi. After picking the color, there was no change to his fish body temporarily inside the system. Liu figured it was the same as last time. The effect would only be applied after he exited the system. He was in no rush. Next, he went to check the increase in luck. The result of the increase received from the reward was already tabulated. The shitty system listed the 3 aspects that increased in luck for him. Face slapping the villain luck level 10. Food and clothing luck level 10. One shot into the soul luck level 20. Liu. He could understand the first 2, but there seemed to be some kind of strange thing that got mixed in here in the end. And it got quite an increase too. Liu, can I ask what does one shot into the soul means? The system said all mysteriously this is an attribute that was needed to advance in special missions. The more points there are, the easier it is to accomplish the mission. Liu, why did it sound a little weird? However, since it was related to missions, it's better to take it. He'll understand better once it's put to use in the future. Liu finished receiving the reward and then exited. The first thing he did was to look excitedly at his fish tail to see if he had already grown silver scales. With this look, Liu got quite a fright. His originally black tail that had a thread of gold has changed to silver white with a thread of gold. Liu. Where did his dazzling cool mixed color went? Liu swallowed. Don't tell him that this time the color that he picked wasn't simply adding another color onto his fish body but completely changing his base color? Liu swiftly jumped out of the fish tank. Using his tail as a small skateboard, he slid in front of the bronze mirror in Jing Wang's room in an instant. He faced the mirror. A silver-colored fish appeared in it. From afar, the silver-white scales looked just like sparkling and translucent pearls. His stomach and tail still had threads of gold. Liu took a deep breath. He was a black fish that changed into a silver fish. Not only his base color, his shape also increased in size and looked more like a koi. This was truly worthy to be called the reward of the Become a Koi side quest. With how he looked right now, he was pretty much a koi. The change this time was even more drastic than when he grew gold scales. Even though Liao Kong already gave him a ready excuse, who knew if Jing Wang could handle this or not. However, when he thought about it, black wasn't in the list of options. This meant that he was destined not to have his formal base color of black from the very beginning. Liu was a little worried about Jing Wang's reaction to the changes this time. He was afraid that Jing Wang wouldn't be able to accept that his little carp have disappeared and had been replaced by this bigger silver fish. After the changes took effect, he didn't dare to swim around the tank. Instead, he went into the cave inside the fake mountains and hid most of his body, only revealing his mouth. He planned to wait for Jing Wang to come and showed his new self to him bit by bit. In this way, the shock wouldn't be too great, right? During this time, Wang Gonggong came over to feed fish. For once, Liu didn't swim over delightedly after the seeing things he loved to eat. Wang Shi felt it was somewhat strange but still went along with the fish. Using the jade scepter again, he pushed the fish food to where the fish was hiding inside the cave so that the fish could reach it easily. Liu was just starving, this really helped him out a lot. Wang Shi only saw a fish mouth flashing out from the dark. Then the fish food was gone. Vaguely, Wang Shi thought that the fish's head looked kind of shiny. Scratching and rubbing his head, Wang Shi walked away in bewilderment. When it was Jing Wang who had appeared, Jing Wang already noticed that Xiao Yu had been staying inside the cave for several hours. The normally lively and vigorous carp Yao suddenly stopped moving. That meant something fishy was going on. Jing Wang directly reached his hands inside to pull the fish out. However, after reaching his hand in, Jing Wang discovered that he couldn't move the fish at all. Jing Wang. Liu, sob, sob, sob. I got stuck again. This fish already got stuck before. Jing Wang figured that the carp Yao's shape had changed again. He immediately ordered servants to move the fake mountain and rescued the trapped fish. In the end, after the fake mountain was moved away, a fish with a pitiful eye expression and shiny silver scales swam out. Jing Wang. Terrified that his tyrant master wouldn't recognize him, Liu immediately blew a bubble flatteringly at Jing Wang and then hooked his silver-colored tail around Jing Wang's fingers. Unexpectedly discovering the huge color change on the fish, no matter how prepared he was mentally, Jing Wang still needed some time to accept this. Helpless, Liu flipped over and revealed his stomach, showing Jing Wang the gold scale on it. Fish is really the same fish as before. The base color just changed, that's all. Jing Wang. Jing Wang recovered from his shock. Raising his hand and hesitating for a moment, he gave a poke at the fish's belly. Liu, oi. This is just for you to recognize fish. No poking randomly. The silver fish rolled around under his palm. Jing Wang then touched its slippery back. Although the black color changed into silver, the touch still felt the same. The fish's reaction to it was also the same. This was Xiao Yu, there's no mistake about it. The little carp spun around twice in the water and saw the tyrant master starting to pet fish again. Liu slightly let out a breath of relief, yet at the same time, the bewilderment increased in his heart. Why would Jing Wang accept this so quickly? It was the same as before. When he grew gold scales and increased in size, as the master, wasn't Jing Wang way too calm? Other than being calm, Liu couldn't find any other words to describe him. Perhaps this was part of the protagonist's halo? Thinking for a second, if Jing Wang reacted like Yeshizi and was so shocked that his jaw dropped, that would seem a bit OOC. Jing Wang unhesitatingly pulled fish out of the water. After making a comparison, he discovered that this fish really did grow bigger. Now it was already the size of his lower arm. At first it was a palm-sized little black fish. Then it was a two-fist-sized black and gold fish. Now it was a lower arm-sized silver and gold fish. What will it be next? Jing Wang discovered that this fish always managed to surpass his imagination. He had strangely become somewhat expectant. Because this fish suddenly grew again, the various teacups and fish tanks could no longer be used. Carrying the fish, Jingwan quickly walked and placed the fish into the big pond outside first. Then, he ordered people to hurry up and take out the bigger sized teacups. Jingwan had already considered this issue the last time the fish became bigger. It had to be said that Jingwan was a person with a very far vision. When he reselected the teacups, he even got a larger size prepared ahead of time. Now, it only needed to be taken out to be used. Liu very quickly received a new red lotus teacup that matched his size. Jingwan also took the chance to remind everyone inside the estate, including Wang Shi. Regarding Xiao Yu's various changes, he asserted that the fish was the descendant of Koi. With Liao Kong's timely assistance and golden words from the emperor, no matter what kind of changes occurred now and in the future, Xiao Yu was only growing more and more like a Koi, that's all. With these new changes, an advantage came about, which was that it fully confirmed Honorable Master Liao Kong's words. Jingwan considered the positive and the negatives of this new event. After 3 days, he finally made some slight amendments regarding the matter of the little carp's change into a koi and wrote it into a report to be delivered to the emperor. It's not like he could say that Xiao Yu suddenly changed base color to outsiders. So, he following the original excuse that Xiao Yu had just changed scales. This made people believe it more easily. On Jingwang's side, he painstakingly took all the troubles of covering up for the little carp. Meanwhile on Liu's side, once he realized that Jingwang accepted this matter, he didn't have any more worries. The Tyrant Master always protected him completely every time. He had the absolute trust with his Tyrant Master. The Become a Koi side quest finished perfectly. What's next was to turn his focus on the revitalizing the bloodline task. This new main mission had stopped at the first step of wind, flower, snow, and moon. To do this step, according to Liu's deduction, he needed some liquor. A certain day after his big koi transformation, while Jingwang wasn't present, Liu changed into a human. He still remembered that Jingwang seemed to love reading cultivation books lately. So, his first course of action was to hide the cultivation books in a hard-to-find place inside the bookshelf. Then, he went to find Wang Shi in order to settle the matter with the liquor. "Wang Gong, can I ask you where I can find liquor here in the estate?" Liu actively found Wang Shi and asked carefully and politely. He was holding a gift box. When asking for help, it's always good to prepare something nice in return. This was especially true for ancient times. Liu didn't know what he could give. Many of his things were given to fish by Jingwang. He couldn't give those away. Thinking back and forth, Liu gathered some desserts that he really liked and placed them in a box. Then he tied it up using a red rope and made a pretty butterfly bow. When Wang Shi smiled at him, he put the gift box to the eunuch's hands. This time, Liu was wearing a pearl-white garment. The collar and lapel were threaded with continuous ocean waves of gold silk. The cuffs of the garment were embedded with rice-sized little pearls. The belt was a loose, a 5-colored silk waistband. Liu wore these little white shoes that had silver patterns on them. Every few days, Jingwang would give Liu a few of his old clothes. One of those, Liu thought looked extremely like his current fish appearance. After receiving it, he immediately made it his new favorite and wore it everywhere to show off. Young Master Li clearly didn't know anything about the clothes that he was wearing, however Wang Shi couldn't be clearer about it. This was made all according to Jingwang's wishes. Wang Shi found the best embroiderers in the imperial city to rush this product out overnight. Then it was washed clean and handed over to Jingwang. Who knew what kind of crazy stuff His Highness was thinking? Why did he need to call the nice, new clothes old clothes every time and come up with all sorts of different ways to give them to young Master Li? Also, it seemed that young Master Li didn't realize anything at all. However, every time young Master Li changed into the new clothes, His Highness would always have a hidden smile and secretly gaze at him for quite a long time. Wang Shi could tell that His Highness really cared about young Master Li a lot, even though the method that he used to show this care was completely unfathomable. When Wang Shi looked at the white-clothed youth before his eyes, he also couldn't help but want to always smile. Young Master Li very rarely left the room and didn't really interact with many people. However, he treated everyone politely and amiably, not the least bit arrogant. Wang Gonggong weighed the gift box in his hand. What a likable boy. No wonder His Highness would fall for him. Why is the young master asking about liquor from this old servant? Do you want to drink? Wang Shi asked back with a smile. Li Yu nodded his head. His true objective was actually to do his mission. Drinking was only part of it. But to say he wanted to drink wasn't exactly wrong. Wang Shi said, His Highness had ordered that if young Master Li wanted something, then this servant should do his best to comply. Young master, please come with me. Holding the gift box, Wang Shi brought Li Yu to a wine cellar. Li Yu looked at the rows and rows of liquor jars inside the Jing estate, staring in shock. This many? Wang Shi said with a smile, it was given by different families. The palace often sends them as gifts as well. Young master, what kind do you want? Do you know the name? Li Yu blinked. This young master wanted one that could instantly complete his mission. Li Yu said apprehensively, I don't know either. Other than green plum wine, is there any that won't make you drunk too fast? Yes. There's one named Amber Light. It's fermented from grapes. Even women and small children can drink a bit of this. Wang Shi patiently explained to Li Yu. In the end, he helped Li Yu pick out a small jar of Amber Light. Li Yu excitedly carried the wine jar and left. Being loyal and devoted to Jing Wang, Wang Shi turned and immediately reported to Jing Wang. Xiao Yu wanted liquor? In a rare moment, Jing Wang felt worried. According to what he knew, the Carpio couldn't handle liquor very well. In order to stop this fish from getting drunk and changing back randomly, Jing Wang decided to accompany the fish when he drinks this liquor. Wang Shi volunteered to lead Jing Wang to find young Master Li. After walking a few steps, Jing Wang's gaze landed on the gift box that Wang Gonggong was carefully holding in his hand. Jing Wang, what is it? Wang Shi. 1 teacup of time later, Jing Wang expressionlessly put away the gift box that Xiao Yu made personally. Meanwhile, Wang Gonggong held the banknote that His Highness gave him in compensation, feeling regretful and also, somewhat amused. End chapter. The disabled tyrant's beloved pet fish. Transmigration. Chapter 50. Li Yu obtained the liquor as he wanted. Normally the mission seemed daunting only because of how the shitty system gave it ambiguous titles, but actually, the mission wasn't anything hard. The wind, flower, snow, and moon had a meaning of indulging in drinking and pleasure, but there's no need to think much about the romantic aspect of it. According to his deductions, he only needed to have a sip of the wine and it should be enough. Li Yu was still concerned about the Tyrant Master's recently healed hand. Normally when someone was injured, they shouldn't drink too much liquor. Li Yu didn't plan to get the other completely drunk. He opened the wine jar that Wang Shi gave him. The sweet smell of fine wine immediately came out of the jar. Li Yu only scooped out a small cup with the ladle and poured it into another clean, jade bottle. In addition, he also added several cups of cooled tea inside. After a shake, it was already not possible to smell the liquor. Like this, he could do the mission easily and not get drunk at the same time. Also, it shouldn't affect Jing Wang's injury. There's probably no one in this world who was better than him at doing missions. Pleased with himself, Li Yu put away the well-mixed wine. After preparing the liquor, an important question followed. How was he supposed to get Jing Wang to drink this watered-down wine? Jing Wang was a prince. Before putting anything in his mouth, he'd always have a personal servant test it first with a needle and then use a bit of it in front of Jing Wang. The liquor that Li Yu had altered had already been poured into a teacup or the wine bottle. It'd definitely be discovered before Jing Wang drank it. The servants definitely wouldn't serve this kind of wine to their master. Therefore, Li Yu could only pour the wine in front of Jingwang and test it himself. Jingwang seemed to trust him a lot. When Jingwang was injured, he even ate the cookie that Li Yu fed him. Li Yu felt like this could work. However, this would mean that he needed to finish the mission in human form. Actually, this was pretty good too. The system never specified whether he should accomplish this mission in human or in fish form. Moreover, fish probably couldn't drink wine even it had been watered down a lot. Human form was really much more convenient to do this. First, he needed to invite Jingwang over. In order to make him drink the liquor, he need an excuse, so he should invite Jingwang to a meal. This was the only excuse that Li Yu can think of at the moment. He had lived in Jing estate for a considerable amount of time. No matter in human form or in fish form, he has received plenty of care from Jingwang. In order to repay Jingwang, he'll invite Jingwang for a meal. This all sounded very reasonable. So, after going around a big circle, the main point turned into inviting Jingwang for a meal. Li Yu suddenly recalled how the shitty system increased his luck in the food and clothing aspect. Was this indicating that the food he made would taste very good? Why not take this chance to give it a try? Feeling like he was possessed by a cooking god, Li Yu rubbed his hands in anticipation. He guessed that there was still enough time to maintain his human form. He didn't need to cook anything complicated for this first time anyways. Regular household dishes were all very good too. Li Yu swiftly entered the kitchen in Jing estate. Jingwang normally didn't restrict him. It was Li Yu himself who was afraid that time wouldn't be enough, so he rarely wandered around. Occasionally he would come out here and there. Most of the people in the estate already recognized him, including the servants inside the kitchen who often made things that Li Yu loved to eat. When the servants of the kitchen saw Li Yu, they were surprised but also especially friendly. After all, practically everyone knew that His Highness Jingwang regarded this young master Li extraordinarily high. Li Yu never planned to bother them. After greeting them, he asked them to continue their own business. Auntie Su, who helped him before, was also in the kitchen. Li Yu was afraid he wasn't too familiar with the rules of the kitchen, so he only asked Auntie Su to help him. Madame Su was once punished because of Li Yu. At that time, Jingwang and Li Yu weren't familiar with each other yet. Li Yu became known as a fish thief. Madame Su was implicated because of this. Li Yu still felt somewhat guilty because of what happened. After he was able to freely move around, he personally went to find Madame Su and apologized to her. Madame Su already knew that what happened before was all a huge misunderstanding. She was very open-minded because back then, she really did go against the estate's rules. The punishment wasn't unjust. Madame Su didn't hold a grudge and also didn't blame Li Yu. Moreover, when somehow Jingwang heard of this matter later on, he specifically increased Madame Su's monthly salary as compensation. Madame Su joked that she seemed to have profited from the punishment. At this moment, Li Yu mentioned that he wanted to make something for Jingwang. Madame Su automatically took on the job of his assistant. Li Yu picked the easiest dish to cook, which was cucumber with scrambled eggs. The kitchen had both cucumbers and eggs. And it wasn't easy to make a mistake on this dish. Madame Su very quickly helped him wash and clean the cucumbers. The eggs were also scrambled and ready. She placed all sorts of condiments in front of Li Yu and told him what they were. There's a saying that goes, "A nobleman stays clear of the kitchen." For such a noble and benevolent person such as young Master Li to personally cook something, he must have some real skills. Madame Su felt like she could definitely broaden her horizons here through watching. Well, her horizons broadened indeed. However, it wasn't because young Master Li was capable, but because it turned out the young Master Li really wasn't cut out to be in the kitchens. Madame Su had worked in the kitchen for all her life, but she has never seen this kind of novice in the kitchen. It was just a simple cucumber with scrambled eggs dish. What kind of splash can someone make? But somehow, young Master Li managed to cause a disaster in the entire kitchen. Before he entered the kitchen, Li Yu thought that he could be a master cook. However, as soon as the oil in the pan started heating up, he began to panic. Li Yu felt very wronged. He already knew that the system loved to screw fish. Why didn't he learn from his past mistakes? What luck in food aspect? He couldn't find that luck at all. No matter how he moved the spatula, it was all wrong. After he had burned the egg for the umpteenth time, there was no more eggs in the kitchen. It was too late to send someone to buy more. Li Yu finally learned a painful lesson. Some skills can't be learned from nothing or relying on good luck. However, since he already declared that he wanted to make food for Jingwang to eat and he still need to do the mission, Li Yu helplessly thought, since there were no more eggs, why not make it even simpler? Instead of making cucumbers and scrambled eggs, he could just make cucumbers salad. He should know how to make this. Li Yu used the back of the knife to press on the fresh, moist cucumbers and smacked them down with exceptional grandeur. This time, there were no issues. The shape of the flattened cucumber pieces were just a bit different. Then Li Yu poured a few big spoonfuls of soy sauce and vinegar down based on instinct and stirred it a little. Madame Su, who was watching on the side, could only trembled in fear. The cook of the estate kitchen not only had taste as a requirement. The food they made must also look good before it could be sent to Jingwang. The cucumbers that young Master Li made probably would look very unsightly to His Highness. Young Master, why don't you just make a soup? How about fish soup? Auntie Su suggested carefully as she looked at Li Yu's expression. She really wanted to help Li Yu. Li Yu's culinary skills didn't look too good. Making fish soup was better. She can prepare the fish. Young Master Li only needed to put it into the pot and let it boil. Moreover, His Highness haven't drank fish soup for a long time. It was really quite tasty and also wouldn't cause any big accidents. Auntie Su had good intentions. Li Yu, who was hard-pressed and now suddenly shocked by the words fish soup. This idea was not bad. But he was a fish. How could he do such shady business as boiling another fish into soup? Li Yu tactfully declined. He already said he'll make the food. Even if he had to kneel, he needed to finish it. There wasn't much time left to his transformation skill and he still needed to do the mission. Li Yu hastily held the small plate of finally finished cucumber salad with both hands and went off in search of the Tyrant Master to present this effort. Li Yu left Madame Su behind to face the terrible mess that he left in the kitchen. The kitchen that young Master Li stayed in for a while was like the aftermath of a locust swarm. Madame Su didn't even know what to say. Meanwhile, on Jingwang's side, Jingwang had received the news that Wang Shi reported earlier and rushed back to his room to find Xiao Yu. Yet Xiao Yu wasn't there. The jar of wine that Wang Shi gave to Xiao Yu was also hidden. It seemed that Xiao Yu didn't have the plan to drink it together with him. Jingwang. The wine jar was hidden under the bed by the carpiao. A bowl with water ripple design was used to cover it, which made it seem a bit like covering one's ears while stealing a bell. Since the fish wasn't present, Jingwang secretly took it out. The wine was basically untouched. Next to the wine jar, there was another bottle of an extremely watered-down wine. What was this fish planning to do now? Jingwang didn't know, but he still had to put the wine bottle and wine jar back where they belong in order not to alarm the fish. It was strange that Li Yu didn't stay in the room. Jingwang did allow him to wander around the estate. However, as soon as he left the room, someone would be watching him constantly in case the fish needed something. Soon, a guard came to report that young Master Li was in the kitchen, saying that he wanted to make food for Jingwang. Jingwang was secretly delighted. Although he didn't have a share of the wine, he was still in Xiao Yu's heart. Because he was afraid that Xiao Yu would encounter danger in the kitchen, such as suddenly changing back to a fish or something, Jingwang immediately rushed over to the kitchen in response. While Li Yu was battling the pot and bowl with a forehead full of sweat, Jingwang was right outside the door. The servants and attendants all kneeled on the ground, accompanying him as he quietly watched the youth inside rushing about. This fish came here because of him. Also, the fish was rushing around like this for his sake. A ripple of warmth surfaced in Jingwang's heart that can no longer be suppressed. Li Yu carried the cucumber salad and rushed back to the room. Unexpectedly, Jingwang was sitting inside looking like he didn't have anything else to do. Li Yu. Li Yu said in a friendly tone, "Your Highness, do you have any free time? Would you like to eat a meal me?" Li Yu was terrified that Jingwang would refuse. He didn't have much time left. If Jingwang refused, he can only try again next time and completely remake the cucumber salad. Li Yu felt his heart jump around erratically. However, Jingwang didn't hesitate at all and nodded his head, "Yes." Li Yu. "Your Highness, please wait a second. Everything will be ready soon." Overjoyed by the turn of events, Li Yu hastily placed the cucumber salad down. He actually only made one dish for this meal. It seemed a bit unpresentable. Good thing there was wine ready to be served. Li Yu pulled out the wine bottle from under the bed and then gave Jingwang a somewhat embarrassed look. "Your Highness, it's not enough to just eat cucumbers. You should drink a little liquor. This wine is very light so it won't be a problem." So, the wine was for him as well. Jingwang smiled in return, expressing that he didn't mind. Li Yu was waiting for this moment. He found 2 wine cups and voluntarily poured the watered-down liquor. Then he gathered his courage and took a sip. He was done here. If everything went to plan, Jingwang would definitely drink first and then eat the food. Then the wind, flower, snow, and moon task would be done. Li Yu's burning gaze followed Jingwang's slender fingers as they touched the wine cup. After a moment, Jingwang put the cup down and instead, used silver chopsticks to pick up a piece of cucumber that was pressed soft and limp. Eating the food first was fine, too. Li Yu sat and waited as Jingwang ate a bite of the cucumber. "Jingwang. So? How is it, Your Highness?" Li Yu asked nervously. Actually, aside from doing the mission, he also wanted to know if the cucumber salad he made tasted good or not. Without changing the expression on his face, Jingwang swallowed the disgustingly flavored cucumber and then picked up another piece. Li Yu. Li Yu thought excitedly. Did the system not screw fish, after all? Was he actually a kitchen chef koi? Jingwang finished eating the cucumber that Xiao Yu made. Holding the wine cup, he took a small sip of the wine that Xiao Yu poured. Li Yu anxiously waited for the system's notification. However, as the time passed second by second, Jingwang was practically almost done drinking the cup of wine but the mission still hadn't updated. Li Yu realized, his little trick apparently failed. How come it didn't count again? Li Yu gloomily pouted. If this didn't work, then what did he need to do to complete the mission? Depressed for a little while, Li Yu discovered that Jingwang who was drinking across from him stopped moving for a while. Li Yu raised his head to look. Jingwang was holding his head up with a hand and had his eyes closed. Li Yu. No way. The tyrant got drunk on this kind of light wine? Didn't this person drink several cups of green plum wine in succession before? However, Li Yu heard before that the thing with drinking was hard to determine. It can be related to mood and physical health. Perhaps Jingwang just can't handle liquor right now. If he slept drunk like this, he would catch a cold. Li Yu was already very conscientious in taking care of Jingwang. Actively moving forward, he placed Jingwang's hand over his shoulders, and supported the other up. He wanted to move Jingwang to the bed. However, Jingwang was way taller than him. With Jingwang leaning on his shoulder, Li Yu felt it was very strenuous to support him. Finally, Li Yu managed to place the person onto the bed and cover him up with the blanket. He was just about to retreat when his sleeve unexpectedly felt heavy. Perhaps when he placed Jingwang down, his sleeve accidentally got caught under Jingwang. Or perhaps he tripped over something. In any case, in his inattentiveness, Li Yu found himself being pulled back. Falling on top of Jing Wang with a plop, Li Yu blinked several times, unable to comprehend what happened. Then he saw the person beneath him slowly opened his eyes. End chapter. The disabled tyrant's beloved pet fish. Transmigration. Chapter 51. Meeting a pair of intense dark eyes, Li Yu jolted and attempted to stand up. "I'm sorry, Your Highness. I accidentally stumbled," Li Yu hastily explained in a small voice. Logically speaking, he didn't react slowly. He couldn't have really squished Jing Wang, but apologizing was to prevent the other from blaming him. However, Jing Wang wasn't actually so petty. No matter human or fish, he had already smoothed out things many times for Li Yu. Li Yu was actually very confident that Jing Wang wouldn't get angry at him. However, Jing Wang also didn't do anything to mean that he forgave Li Yu. He just kept staring at Li Yu with his ink-black eyes. After being stared at for a while, Li Yu instinctively felt things were not going well. Li Yu was flustered as he moved to get up. However, the person beneath him responded even faster and pressed Li Yu down into his embrace with a hand. Li Yu's face pressed against Jing Wang's chest. However, the other wasn't satisfied with just this. His other hand also wound around Li Yu's waist, almost like he was afraid Li Yu would run away. Li Yu. The warm feeling around his waist felt too unfamiliar to Li Yu. With such close distance, Jing Wang continued to stare at him, giving him waves of goosebumps. According to what Li Yu knew from the original novel and the interactions he had with Jing Wang as a fish and as a human, although he couldn't be like Wang Shi and understand Jing Wang's every move with just one glance, most of the time, Li Yu understood him pretty well. Except, in this kind of strange moment. Li Yu asked with difficulty, "Your Highness, what are you doing?" "Your Highness naturally wanted you." Jing Wang held Li Yu in his arms and slowly tucked a fallen strand of hair that was in front of Li Yu's forehead behind his ear. At the same time, he thought about how to let the person in his arms know his intentions. Unable to speak always caused some inconveniences. However, to give up this kind of good opportunity to fetch paper and brush really would kill the mood. The Carpiao might not allow him to hold him again like this. According to his observations, this fish had not come to absorb his essence for a long time. Jing Wang strongly questioned if the other had gotten tired of absorbing essence from him and was switching to someone else, such as the little fatty that the Carpiao dreamed about. Jing Wang had ordered Wang Shi to investigate for a long time, yet he still hadn't been able to find who that person was. Also, inside this estate, everyone liked the Carpiao. Jing Wang felt thankful, yet at the same time, he felt like his darling was being coveted. This contradictory feelings made the tyrant extremely displeased. Looks like merely bringing the Carpiao into the Jing estate was not enough. He should place this fish under his own name. The Carpiao who came here for his sake was his. Jing Wang was incapable of tolerating others coveting him. The Carpiao didn't seem to have any intention of telling him his identity as a Yao. Jing Wang took the chance last time and privately asked Liao Kong plenty of things. Liao Kong solemnly stated that under this kind of circumstances, the Yao most likely came to the mortal world for a heavenly tribulation. It's best not to disturb his original plans, or else it might cause the Yao's tribulation to fail and end up hurting him. Jing Wang understood. In order not to affect Xiao Yu, he decided that now was not the time to lay out the truth yet. However, Jing Wang thought things carefully and decided that being told about Xiao Yu's real identity wasn't very important. If Xiao Yu didn't want him to know, then he can continue to pretend that he didn't know anything. However, this didn't stop him from wanting to take the human form of Xiao Yu for himself. Putting aside his Yao identity, right now Xiao Yu was living in his estate as an esteemed guest. There was nothing wrong with him liking Xiao Yu. When the scholars in the stories didn't know anything about it, didn't they still live a fine and ordinary life with their Yao? He has never cared about anyone like this his entire life. Finally, he managed to encounter the one for him. From what he has been taught since he was a child was that if he liked anyone, then he should immediately make them his. The Carpio took forever to come absorb his essence. If he kept on waiting like this, Jingwang only felt waves of danger. Although he has already started to study cultivation books to the best of his abilities, he still didn't understand a lot of things about cultivation. He didn't know why Xiaoyu wouldn't absorb his essence. The lifespan of a human was very limited. Who knew how long he would have to wait? Why not just pierce through this window paper himself? Jingwang had already thought about it when he found out that this fish wanted him to share a drink with him. He wouldn't have accepted the invitation easily otherwise. He even pretended to get drunk so that this fish would approach him easily. "Your Highness, can you please let go of me?" Liu asked feebly. Whether he was lying on Jingwang's body or being hugged by Jingwang, these positions made the fish feel guilty. Whether Jingwang was drunk or not, he felt like he seemed to be eating Jingwang's tofu. How can a pure and innocent boy do this kind of thing? Liu wanted to get off from Jingwang's embrace urgently. From what he calculated, the duration of his transformation skill was almost up as well. Jingwang's hand, which was helping Liu fix his hair, paused. However, he didn't seem to plan to let the youth go. On the contrary, he changed target to caressing the youth's plump lips. It didn't look like he was planning to let fish go. Liu felt very awkward being teased by the drunk Jingwang. When he was a fish, he had bitten Jingwang several times before. Now that he was being held down and unable to move, he ended up opening his mouth and biting down on Jingwang's finger, wanting to hurt this drunkard slightly so he would wake up a little. However, things turned out the opposite of how he imagined. With this bite of his, Jingwang's expression completely changed. No longer hesitating, Jingwang shook open the blanket and wrapped it around Xiaoyu to stop the fish from escaping. Damn! What was he trying to do? Liu, who was suddenly wrapped up and had his entire world turned dark. Not waiting for him to protest, something warm and soft covered his lips, first touching him probingly. He heard the sound of the other person's satisfied sighs coming from his throat. Something soft pressed close again and firmly caressed his lips. Trapped inside the pitch-black blanket, Liu couldn't hear or see anything. His scalp felt like it was about to explode. Although he wasn't very old, it wasn't like he was completely ignorant. The feeling on his lips, he was clearly getting kissed. Just who was kissing him, there's no need to say it. Bastard, how could you treat him like this? Was he mistaking him for some kind of concubine? Fuming with rage, Liu felt embarrassed and angry. However, he was wrapped up in the blanket and the other's strength was exceptional. For a second, he couldn't get free. The more he struggled, the more passionate the other man became. Liu almost couldn't breathe. His body felt like it was being electrocuted and went limp. Liu whimpered a few times and pounded on the other man. However, it only made the other kiss him even deeper. Liu felt like if it continued like this, he would suffocate to death. When the other man attempted to pry open his tightly closed teeth, Liu hesitated for a second and pretended to give up resistance, allowing the other to invade his mouth. Lightly inciting him, Liu bit down hard. He bit too hastily and too viciously. Immediately, he tasted blood. Afraid that Jingwang still won't let go of him, Liu finally managed to get a leg free. Without thinking much, he immediately kneed upwards. Feeling the pain, Jingwang let him go. Liu swiftly pushed aside the blanket and jumped off the bed. Just now in the struggle, his white clothes got tousled and he became disheveled. Liu felt both indignant and scared, stating angrily in a loud voice, "You got the wrong person. I'm not your concubine." Raising his head, he saw Jingwang covering his mouth with furrowed brows. Like a spark created by fire rocks, Liu understood. This wasn't the look of a drunkard at all. So, you're not drunk at all. Li Yu suddenly realized. Jingwang wasn't drunk at all. This meant that the other didn't mistake him for someone else. Instead, Jingwang had purposely wanted to bully him and treat him frivolously. What a bastard! Was this the real face of the tyrant who's been treating him very well all this time? In a daze, Li Yu felt humiliated, angry and disappointed. It's hard to say which of those emotions stood out more. His head buzzed loudly. The system's notification for the countdown of his transformation skill started alarmingly right at this moment. Li Yu has never been so panicked before. He definitely couldn't change back right in front of Jingwang. Not knowing what to do, he can only follow instinct by turning around and running off. Jingwang never thought Li Yu would react as such. After being stunned briefly, he immediately went to give chase. However, he felt a shooting pain in his tongue. Giving it a wipe, there was actually some blood. The Carpiao bit him so viciously, yet Jingwang didn't even know how he offended him. After all, from His Highness's perspective, he never thought that the Carpiao would resist. Even more so, he never thought that the Carpiao who was always demanding for his affections would not like him doing this. In a split second, Li Yu already charged outside, body still shaking uncontrollably. The time to change form has arrived. He immediately returned to being a fish and fell to the floor. Not long after, Jingwang ran out following him. Here, he saw the fish that was flopping non-stop on the floor. Jingwang. Jingwang halted and carefully picked the fish up. Li Yu saw this person and recalled the scene just now when he was being bullied. Instantly, he started grieving. What kind of bastard master was this? He'd even bully fish. Arg. Li Yu forcefully flailed in Jingwang's hand, not wanting to bother with him. Jingwang could feel that fish wasn't happy, however he still didn't let the fish go. He carried the unsettled, constantly twisting fish back into the house and gently placed the fish into the fish tank. Perhaps placing the fish inside the pond would have been better. However, Jingwang could feel that this fish was throwing a temper tantrum. Afraid that if fish went to the pond, it wouldn't want to swim back out again, Jingwang willfully placed fish back into the crystal fish tank. Even if Xiao Yu wasn't happy, Jingwang still couldn't let the fish leave his line of sight. The little carp who escaped his scoundrel master hastily swam to the silver stone bed and darted under the gold silk water grass blankets with a whoosh, refusing to come out. He lay there despairingly for quite a while before remembering that the blanket and the bed were both something that Jingwang got for him. The fish, who felt extremely sulky after being bullied, flung aside the blanket with a swing of his tail and dove head first into a cave inside the fake mountain. Actually, he was very clear that he shouldn't use his fish body to act angrily towards Jingwang. Jingwang most likely didn't see him transform just now and still didn't know his secret. In Jingwang's eyes, the person that he bullied and the fish who suddenly started throwing a temper had no relations at all. However, his head was already a complete mess. Clearly the person who had his tofu eaten and was treated frivolously was him. So, shouldn't it be normal for him to become angry? Other than shock and indignance, what frustrated him the most was he couldn't understand. He had spent much less time together with Jingwang in his human form than in fish form. Why would Jingwang want to bully him? Was he such a loose and easy person in Jingwang's eyes? Big mean. How dare you treat me like this? Just thinking about it made Li Yu's heart filled with a wave of anger. He swam out of the cave again with a whoosh and flipped the gold silk grass blanket, pretending it was Jingwang and tearing into it ferociously. However, this blanket clearly couldn't be ripped apart. Li Yu slammed headfirst into a pile of multicolored rocks, throwing the round rocks all far, far away. He still couldn't contain his anger. In the end, he started to slam into the crystal fish tank, however, he didn't dare to hit it too forcefully. What if he broke a hole in the fish tank? Oh right. Just now he seemed to have given Jingwang the knee. He didn't cripple Jingwang there, right? Shouldn't have. He was just randomly kicking, it wasn't that accurate. Ah, this was no good and that's no good. How could he still actually be concerned about that bastard? Fish was too angry. Liu rammed into the crystal fish tank repeatedly. Suddenly a human figure appeared before him. Raising his head, he saw Jingwan carrying a jade box full of fish food and peach blossom cookies, and then he stood in front of the fish tank. Liu. Big Mina. I'm ignoring you. Liu swung his tail. Oomph. I've decided. Fish is going on a hunger strike. He immediately dove into the fake mountain cave, even hiding the tip of his tail. Jingwang, who's been watching Fish this entire time. Jingwang sprinkled a handful of fish food down. But the usually gluttonous fish didn't swim over. Jingwang shook his head helplessly. He left the food and hid himself far away, secretly peeking at this fish. The fish still didn't respond at all. Because Fish also threw tempers before but always recovered eventually, Jingwang felt like this time, it would be the same. Unexpectedly, even after a few days, the fish remained hidden inside the cave, refusing to come out. Don't even mention changing form. Even if Jingwang wanted to explain, he was not given any opportunities. Jingwang suddenly realized that things were not going well. This fish seemed to have really decided to ignore him. Liu, I hope I didn't kick him there, hope I didn't kick him, but Fish hates you. End chapter.